Hello, my single solitary viewer, and welcome to a quick little UHC tutorial for newbie players, for completely new players who don't have a lot of experience. And there's been a few vintage craft players who have asked me, Flouze, how come you get all those diamonds and I never do? Please tell me what to do. So here we go. We're gonna do a quick little tutorial on UHC and UHC shenanigans. And the first thing to know is that it's all about efficiency. The more things you can do faster, of course, allows you to have more time to cave. And if you can cave faster and more efficiently, you can cover more ground underground, and thus are more likely to find more stuff. That doesn't mean you'll find more stuff every time. You just increase your odds, of course. But it's all a game of odds, like poker. You know, if you want the odds to be on your side, there's a few things that are not necessarily skill dependent that you can do. First, what you want is to punch wood and get reeds. If, like me, you spawned with reeds right in your face, you want to punch wood, and in 1.12, you want to have at least 12 planks. And of course sticks. In 1.8, all you need is the 3 planks you'll need to make your pick, and that's it. That's all you need in 1.8. But in 1.12, of course, we all know we need shields. So then, ideally, you dig down, not in granite. But what can I do? You know, I'm just. You know, if I do some things and they'll take too much time, I'll edit the video down and make sure that things go smoothly, or there's no wasted time in the video. Because you know, for all I know, it could take 40 minutes until I find diamonds. You never know. Sometimes you're just not lucky. Even if you're efficient, sometimes you're unlucky. It so happens. On this server, on my server, and I'm currently totally alone on right now. We have ore limiter, so 40% of diamonds are just stripped away. They're gone. Arrivederci. So in 1.8, you want to make all your tools, including, of course, a stone sword that you don't need necessarily in 1.12. What I like to do, I like to make a furnace early on, and just because, you know, to show how it's done, you include the sword, but otherwise, that's all the tools you need. I like to make a furnace early on so I can try and smelt as soon as I can. You know, when you're inside a hole, while you're getting stone, might as well get 8 more and have that furnace ready. What else? Next thing about UHC is to explore. Hopefully you want to get an apple from the tree you cut, but if you're not lucky, I guess you don't get one. Let's chop the rest of the tree. We'll come back later, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we'll come back later. But what you want to do is you want to explore the area. Make sure you find all the feathers you can find, because all the feathers translates into arrows later on. And of course, chicken is food as well, so you're going to need some of that during a UHC. And you want to keep in mind where you find the cave entrances, right? Well, you want to keep those in your memory, so that you can come back to them later. Later on. If you have an easy open cave like this one, perhaps you want to take a glimpse inside, just really quick, if there's no skeleton or anything, in case you can grab some very quick early iron. I like to have some iron while it's still well daytime and I'm not caving quite yet, because that it will allow me to craft, for example, a shield. Before, you know, nighttime comes. So make sure you get arrows. What we're looking for as well is leather, so we're going to be running around looking for cows. In 1.12, you also want to explore, and explore as much ground as you can, as fast as you can, because you want to look for villages. The loot in blacksmith chests has been upgraded since the combat update. It's better than it used to be in previous versions. Getting a lot of chickens, but as it so happens, not a whole lot of cows. Maybe this field is the answer. But I absolutely need a little bit of leather before I keep on caving. Because, you know, that's where it's at. Now you can hear the zombies underneath. Wow. And I can tell, because these are large plains, I can tell there's no cows. I would also settle for horses and so on. So every once in a while, you're just not very lucky, and you don't get what you need very easily. It happens. Just keep exploring. You could find desert temples, things like that. If you see a desert, it's probably one of the first things you want to explore. You do want to. You don't even need like tools at that point. If you collect 10 blocks of sand, you can go and collect the loot at the bottom of a temple without any tools whatsoever. And of course, maybe be the first there. And that's, of course, a big advantage in your UHC run. Just need cows, though. My goodness. Wolf. Take note of the easy iron you could get. But I don't want to venture into the cave quite yet, because I still have daytime, you know. But I have a little bit of stuff that I can put down and smelt as I go. Now, as you noticed, I picked up a little bit of mutton, so I could eat as I explore, because, as I mentioned, getting the leather is so important before caving, if you can, that I have no problems just leaving... eating food raw, just so I can get more exploration done faster, and maybe find the beef I need, the leather. All right, finally we got some cows. Woo! We did it. It wasn't. I mean, it hasn't been that long. As you can see, I didn't even eat more mutton yet. So it's all good. It's all good. But what I do want to do now at this point is, now that I have my leather, I want some apples before I go caving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a nice little patch of trees. This one looks good. I'm going to put down my iron and smelt it. I should probably smelt some food if I could. But that's when you cut a few trees and hope you get some apples before you start caving. You ideally want at least one. Just so you can have a golden apple on the go to heal from some nasty, nefarious caving experiences. You need to be able to heal while you're caving, if that's an option. It's certainly a helpful one, so you do want to collect at least one apple. You're probably going to need more in your UHC, depending on your efficiency. Now let me, speaking of efficiency, let me grab this, put this down, make another oven, and the block floating over there, I thought that was an apple. Let's cut this tree as well. I just want trees that are going to be easy to collect. If it was an SMP, I would never leave stumps behind. Oh, by the way, of course, the ideal place to cut trees is a swamp. The swamp has much better canopy. The trees have more leaves, therefore they drop more apples. It's just pure math. And so for your efforts, you're going to get more apples, and that's what you want. But now the sun is setting, as you see, so it's going to be time to get back to the furnaces over there and start planning a trip underground. I'm going to see if I can find the cave we had early on. But the first things to craft in a 1.12 UHC, of course, is the shield. If you're in 1.8, I like to have a bucket on me, because the bucket will increase the speed of my exploration, and the iron pickaxe early on will also increase my caving efficiency as well. There you go. Nighttime is a-falling. Got one apple out of it. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I'm not gonna... Oh, we got another apple over there, actually. So 2 apples. That's not bad. You want to remove that. You want to try and have as many blocks as you can have on your bar, because that's your protection, aside from the shield that I just noticed I didn't equip. There you go. Alright, this is where I spawned over there. I spawned at 0, and there was the cave to the east. Now as you... Oh, okay, I see a skeleton over there, so I'm gonna avoid that skeleton. I don't want him to notice me and shoot me. You gotta keep an eye out for those mobs. They're nasty. And ideally you want to stay out of the water at all times, because when you're in the water you're kind of a sitting duck instead of being a swimming duck. Oh, you do want to attack the spiders though. That one has strength. So it kind of hurt when... Oh, there you go. There, cave. That cave will do. Ooh, and a skeleton shooting me. Let's just go down. I try not to get the stuff at the top of the cave. If the cave goes down, I try to go down as fast as possible. You look whichever way goes down, you go down as fast as possible. The mobs are gonna spawn. They're gonna spawn on you. All right. But what you want them to spawn above your head and on the surface, and you want to get to diamond level as fast as you can. And that's ideal for the situation. So now I'm at Y19. It took like 5 seconds. Okay, granted, I had a somewhat lucky cave here that cooperated. But the idea is to go down as fast as you can. Come on, spider. Spider. Oh, and diamonds. Spider. Spider. Notice me, senpai. Okay, and of course you want to kill all the spiders. What? How did... Okay. You want to kill the spiders because they have the secret of the ooze. They have the secret. They have the secret strings. You want to be able to make a bow. And you want to be able to make torches if you can. Thank you. This is a little dark in here. Allow me to block things off a little. Well, I mined the diamonds. I can't believe I got that fast. That was well done. Unfortunately, I only got 3 for my little tutorial video. Still, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade just to keep increasing the speed. Now at diamond level is the good place to start getting your iron. I hear the skeleton though. I know I'm not alone. I need to get my feet moving and start finding some gold. Ooh, string. Because I need to heal, obviously. I often say always mine the redstone and all that kind of stuff, but at the moment I'm just like basically 2 diamonds away from enchantments. So I do want to keep moving, keep exploring. And once I have the enchantments, I can come back to where the lapis and not the lapis, but I mean the redstone is. Pick that up for extra levels later on. That goes up. What about this way? Just getting torches and so on. You want to be, of course, you want to go fast in your cave, but not so fast that you're going to fall in lava. I like to look under the lava just to increase my odds of finding diamonds. And I can tell that we got a lava pool here. Yep. Now that's a little bit of experience, but if not experience of Minecraft cave generation, which will, you know, practice makes perfect. What you want is to practice on an SMP first, I imagine, and more diamonds. There you go, we're enchanted. And you notice we got more diamonds than we have iron at this point, and I still need some gold, but we got time. You might find the gold beneath the lava right here. But things are going actually rather well. Aside from damage aside, things are going well. I want to be able to manage my levels as efficiently as possible. We made sure we had everything we needed before going down. So we have leather, we have reeds, and we have feathers. We have food. We have wood. We chopped a lot of trees so we can make torches and the handle of a diamond pick. So everything is all going according to the plan. What I do want to do is to manage my time still. Again, efficiency is key, so I want to be as efficient as I can be. And I want to smelt my stuff while I mine the obsidian. You know, mining obsidian is kind of a slow process, and in order to get more things done efficiently, you don't want to place furnaces and smelt stuff and wait. You always want to be moving and exploring, and if you're in a situation where you're gonna be staying in the same place for a long period of time, like you're farming apples, you're cutting down trees to farm apples, that's a good place to place down your furnaces and get your smelting done, because you're not going to be moving for a while. If you're smelting all your iron, I mean, if you're mining your obsidian, while you're smelting all your iron is a good plan. It's a good plan to get that done while you're mining obsidian. You also want to create as many furnaces as you can, so you can be maximally efficient even when you smelt. And you want to divvy up your stuff in as many furnaces as you can, so that it's all going to be smelted very quickly. There you go. And now I'm out of coal. Do I have easy coal anywhere? I forgot to grab coal. Easy coal? Come on. There you go, easy coal. Okay. So I wasn't perfectly efficient. I haven't been picking up enough coal along the way. My bad, but you can always adjust a little bit. The idea is to be as quick as you can, because the faster you are, the more you can get done. The more you can get done, the more stuff you can collect. The more stuff you can collect, of course. It goes without saying, I do believe, that the more an advantage you can have over your competition, over the other players who are not quite as fast. That way, you can have that edge in battle, despite not actually having a whole lot of PvP skill, like me. I'm technically not... I'm not awesome at PvP. I'm pretty good, especially, I suppose, compared to the average Vintagecraft player, but in the UHC community itself, I'm considered just a little bit slightly under average, slightly below average, actually, in terms of PvP skill. Or really, really close to average, which is not bad. Being average, it means I've won my fair share of UHCs, because I've participated in quite a few. But it means, you know, that It also means that I gotta try, if I can, play smart or be as efficient a caver as I can to be able to compete. So let's see. In terms of levels, you'd want to try to use up your levels as you go, as efficiently as you can. And usually diamond armor is almost always better than diamond weapons. So, as a result, I'm crafting some stuff. And that's going to be my new arsenal. Oh, hold on. I still need one more thing. There you go. Get my bow. And so, I don't know how long it took. If I leave this unedited, actually, or roughly unedited, it's probably going to be somewhat impressive. There you go. Sharpness for my axe. Oh, protection 2. That's nice. When you choose your enchantments, always take the level 1s, unless you see that you have a Prot 2 option. The Prot 2, or, you know, the protection 2, or Prot 2 option is always superior. So now that we know that we have that option and that I need 8 levels, that's when the redstone that we left behind is actually going to come in handy, because we can go in here and mine that and get to the 6 levels needed. But getting enchantments and 1 piece of diamond armor this fast is actually like it's really quite good. I'm not going to complain. That's a strong start. right? This is episode 1 enchantments, basically. Sprot 2. Ideally, in a UHC, you want to be split roughly half and half. Some people said like protection is better, but that's only when melee is involved. And the bow, especially since the combat updates, is quite important. Now, if you notice, I don't even bother with enchanting a sword. I don't think the sword is worth it. It's only worth it if you're able to get something like fire aspect on it. And then it becomes a very dangerous weapon indeed. Now we'll be collecting the levels we need for an anvil. I should probably show you some other things as well, some different digging down techniques. Now sometimes you'll find a cave here and it just goes up here. That just looks like a fake cave ending. There you go. To me, it looks like this cave was obviously going to keep going. So let's go, let's keep going. And maybe we'll find gold or a dungeon. I don't know what the mob is, but I'll just simplify things and grab all the string I can. Now I can make 3 bows and immediately start working towards a power 3. See how quickly that became a fact. I think we'd probably be roughly in the early goings of episode 2 at this point. I've end up now. Whoa! I've end up at Y30. Y30 is actually not good. We're above gold level. We're not going to find anything good. So we need to find a place that the cave will go down again. It's actually a decent area to kind of show you the 2 possible digging down techniques. But in this area, we're just not going to find anything. We're too high up. We're not going to find gold. We already have most of the iron we need. And all we get is an iron shovel, you know. So there's 2 different techniques. The first one, well, I mean, there's a basic staircase, which is, as you can imagine, any good old staircase. Now you can have an increased extreme angle staircase. So you start with your 2 blocks here, and then you dig 3 blocks straight down. So they're very deep steps, but you never take fall damage because you dig straight down, and you never jump into lava, of course, because you see where you're going down. But that will allow you, for example, when you start your staircase, instead of making a really long staircase, you'll get down to a diamond level or gold level much faster this way, because you're staircasing you're staircasing downwards at a faster pace. And now you can hear the lava, and it's time to dig to the lava. Always dig to the sounds. And we get back, unfortunately, to the spot where I got the diamonds earlier. If you look at season 3 of Vintage Craft, if Happy had a quick shortcut to his water bucket, maybe he would have survived Vintage Beef's attack. You know, Vintage Beef killed him, but he could have survived if he had a quick water bucket to switch to and put the fire out of his feet, you know. So the other going down technique, you have to do them at Y32 and above, but it's to place yourself in the middle of 2 blocks, and you can dig straight down. And that will allow you to, you'll never fall completely because you're between the 2 blocks, so that allows you to see where you're going. And if you dig and you're on top of a ravine, you won't fall in the ravine because you see where you go. But it allows you to go down quickly. And for example, at this point, you can pick up the gold you find along the way down. And you can, of course, dig to sounds. You're encouraged to listen for the waterfalls that could be in caves in the area. Or pick up diamonds you dig straight into. That's just very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. But yeah, it's all about efficiency. If you're efficient, you're not going to be lucky every game, but the more efficient you are, the more often you're going to be lucky. That's a good job right here, I think. I have almost all the iron I need for an anvil. Actually, I do have all the iron I need for an anvil. So let me grab more levels. We're going to make a quick power 3 as we end the video, because we got so lucky caving here that we would be able to go out hunting other players extremely early. And sometimes when you can go on the offensive early on, you can accrue so much good equipment that you're going to be in a very, very good position to win the entire thing, of course. And winning the entire thing is always what you want. To be honest, there are some scenarios in which you don't want to be too overly aggressive. Or if you are going to be aggressive, you want to be sure to have enough time before the border closes in or before a meetup happens, that you're going to have all the time you need to be able to flee and go back to look for more gold as you cave. If you find patches of gravel at diamond level, this is the place to get them. You want to grind your flint at diamond level because there might be a patch of gold behind it, or there might be, you know, diamonds. Beautiful, beautiful diamonds. Make the anvil. Anvil the things you need to anvil. And actually, see, power 3. Done. Power 3. That was, it was that fast. And not only that, but I can add the sharpness book onto my axe with just a few mined redstones. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna keep the spider eye. If you go to the nether, you can use the spider eye to make poison potions. Now, it helps if you sort of remember the layout of things, like where you came in, where you come out, but don't bother like finding the exact staircase you came down. You know, if you're not someone with a good sense of direction, instead of like wasting your time finding the exact spot where you came into the cave, which could be 200 blocks away at this point. You know, if the cave is really large and very big and extensive, you might have walked like an extremely great distance since you staircased. So the best way is to just go up, staircase up. Thank you very much for watching these UHC tips for noobs. You want to be sure you always have blocks on your bar. Always have your healing on your bar. If I had a golden apple or health potions or something, always have them on your bar. You never know when you're going to get attacked. You never know when you're going to be set on fire, so you want your water bucket to be nearby as fast as possible. And also, it gives you a chance to catch yourself if you fall in a hole. Not everyone is extremely good at doing that, but if you don't have the water bucket on your bar, you're just never going to be able to catch yourself. So it's a good idea to at least have it there so you can give it a try, you know. Give the old college try to catching yourself. And that will allow you to cave more efficiently and be more efficient in your resource gathering on the surface as well, ideally. And that might be the advantage you need to put the odds in your favor once PvP begins. And of course, PvP, then it's up to you, because PvP is a whole completely different set of tips that I might not be the best person to learn from when it comes to PvP. But in terms of gathering resources, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I'm Flouze Maker. I'm your guy. Thank you very much for watching. I hope the video helps you. For some of you, you are UHC veterans and you already know all these tips very, very well. That's okay. That's all right. You just be happy that others get the chance to learn so that you can get more competition. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Sponsored by the Flouze Crew on Patreon.